Welcome to Nostalgia TV. This is your boy Excel.
This your girl Vicky Secrets.
And this is episode 14.
Yes.
14.
Live from the lab.
14 and our very last episode of the year.
Last one of the year.
So you're the last of the Mohicans.
Yes. We had to end
We had to
joint
save
with
the
a bang.
best for last.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
You know?
This man's story and his catalog, his body of work.
Amazing.
It's impeccable. Unquestionably one of the greatest to ever do it single-handedly.
Preach.
For those of you guys out there always looking for a team, this man is a one-man army.
One-man army.
There's no excuse for you not to do what you need to do, because knowing this man, he will motivate you to get up off your ass and go handle your business. You know what I'm saying? We seen some of your work, 72 shows.
72.
And counting. With some of the biggest names in the music industry, from Jeezy. We have Cardi B, Moneybagg Yo, CeeLo Green, Raheem DeVaughn, Carl Thomas, many more.
Yes, sir.
This man, every show has been a grand slam.
Slam.
Single-handedly, once again, man.
Did we mention 37 sold out shows?
37 sold out.
And counting 38 next Friday for the Jeezy show.
Yep.
So
he's bringing some of the biggest names.
Imagine selling out more than half your show. Imagine doing that.
Look, your win percentage. Your win percentage is up there, bro.
Yeah.
Your winning percentage is up there. You know what I'm saying? And
it.
you were responsible for these names to consider Virginia a market.
Right.
Because it's been a while, you know what I'm saying? There's been talks in the past when a lot of artists didn't consider going to Virginia because they didn't think there was money in Virginia. But you're changing that conversation. You're changing that narrative.
Changing the narrative.
Appreciate that.
Absolutely.
If y'all don't know who we talking about, it's the king of event productions in the 757, the big homie Twan, man. We got Twan in the building, y'all.
In the building.
Appreciate that.
Listen, that was a hell of an intro.
Yeah, that
you
intro was crazy.
And this is just a stop on your victory lap, brother.
This is a stop.
We know you don't, we know you take care of yourself and your health and everything like that. We appreciate you, but
I told X you do not drink.
And you
do not smoke.
She mentioned all of that.
But
I say, you know what?
Insisted
Let's
that
give
we
him
have to give him a
least
gift.
a victory statement. And this is a victory cigar.
And this victory statement is the cigar.
Oh, nice.
So even though we know you don't drink and you don't smoke,
Yeah.
it's in this beautiful little capsule. This is like a momentum.
Yes.
Okay, nice.
On your victory lap.
Nice.
To end your year. Since
That's your trophy.
Look,
That's
since
your
you ended up
trophy.
the year with a bang.
With a bang.
Listen.
Yeah. Celebrate. I like this. This dope.
Because next week,
Yeah.
movie
time.
Movie time.
Movie time, for sure.
Movie time.
Thank you for this. I appreciate
You're
it.
welcome.
You got it,
but
bro.
yeah,
You well deserved, man.
Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. Oh,
Okay.
let me tell y'all something. I'm super excited. Not only because we have Swan in the building, but me and Swan is one of my really, really good friends, and I know a lot about you that a lot of people don't know.
Yes.
So I'm gonna make sure that people get all facets of you today, because I feel like people don't really know you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You kind of like carry this really big mystique about yourself.
Yes.
It's all business. People don't know your personal, you know what I mean? And niggas nosy. They be wanting to know. They be wanting to know.
Right.
I know.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So today we're just gonna kind of open up some and really get people to know you, business, a little bit of personal. I ain't gonna get too crazy.
Yeah, nah.
Actually, you know what?
You guys, whatever.
I'm lying. I already played. I was gonna try to throw them off, but nah. We're gonna get into all of
free
that.
game tonight.
Yeah, let's do it.
It's free game tonight.
Listen, I'm with all the smoke, so I hope you are.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm
But,
ready. I'm ready.
So we're gonna well actually Excel has already, you know what I'm saying, ran down your resume.
Okay.
I wanted to give people a little bit about your beginnings.
Okay.
For things that I want to drop jewels, and I want to give people little insights about you that people might not know.
Okay.
So you are originally from Suffolk.
Yeah, originally born and raised in Suffolk.
Virginia. And did y'all know that Twan used to rap?
Yeah, I used to rap.
He used to rap. Yeah, did y'all know that?
I see where the swag come from, man.
yeah,
You got that
He used to
rapping
rap.
spirit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you even got your own studio.
Yep.
So just like kind of like just touch base on that a little bit.
Oh yeah, I used to rap. Used to have my own studio. Used to save my allowance and buy all the studio equipment. Used to record people at my house after school and stuff like that. It was a real passion of mine. You know, like I always used to do like karaoke when I was younger. Then when I got old enough, built the studio, started recording and doing music. And then somebody had stole some money from the crib. And I'm like, man, it just turned me away from it. So I got out of it after that.
Niggas niggering. I don't like that.
Yeah, I was letting them record for free, won't charging them.
Damn,
that was
man.
back in the day. You remember back in the day, you could leave money on your dresser.
Yeah.
You
can't do that shit no more.
You can't do that no more.
Look, when you left that money, that was the era of not leaving money no more.
That was it.
So it was after that.
Yeah, but I always loved music.
So you always loved music.
Yes.
Created your whole studio.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so once the money got stolen, dream changed.
Yeah, the dream changed. It kind of turned me off from it because I believe as an artist, the worst thing in the world is when you write a record and you ready and you got to wait 2 weeks to go to the studio. You don't have the same vision. You might not rap it or sing it the same. Sometimes you be wanting to record right then. So having that in-home studio was really amazing to have. And once that situation happened, it kind of turned me off from it.
Whoever stole that money, y'all fucked up Twan's goddamn rapping career.
Yeah.
I'm not with that shit. Did you have a rapper name? I need to know.
Yeah.
What was it? I need to know.
Ill Concerns.
That sounds deep.
That sounds like you was a lyrical guy.
Yeah. I used to rap. Yeah.
Sounds like you was.
What you used to rap about? I need to know.
Just fly shit. You know what I'm saying? Fly shit, women, making money, different things like that. I was good. You know, a lot of people said it was good, but I was really good. But that just took the passion away from it. Cause I'm like, man, I'm spending my hard
earn money,
and then you come in, I'm letting you record for free, then you steal from me.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it kind of just took me away from it for real.
Okay. So you went. So what was the next step? Like, what did you go into?
So the next step is, you know, after I graduated from school, I worked regular jobs, shipyard. I used to work for the city and different things like that. I picked up photography and stuff on the side. So I started.
So wait, before you try to skip over that,
okay,
because I feel like that is a very important part of your story.
Yeah.
So you worked at the shipyard, you know, making money, and then you decided to go into photography. And I need you to let people know, like, what was your purpose behind that? Because I feel like when you started going to photography, like, I feel like you kind of came out of nowhere with that shit.
Yeah.
And then not only did you come out of nowhere with it, but like you were doing big ass shows, like.
Yeah.
Like people that have been doing photography for like 20 years won't even get it. So like, how did you, like, give us the insight on how, like, why you picked photography, and then also how you were able to secure those major shows.
Perfect. So what I did was, my plan with photography was that I wanted to get close to the artists. And I wanted to get close to the artists because I wanted to do what I'm doing now. So I figured either be a photographer or a security guard. And I was like, man, I ain't gonna be no security guard dressing like this. You know what I'm saying? So I picked up the camera, and what I would do is I would inbox promoters in different states and different cities and tell them I would record for free. I would, you know, take their pictures or their videos for free. I wouldn't charge them. I just wanted an opportunity. So, you know, if you're good and you're offering
free services,
you're going to get all the work.
See, I feel like that right there is a jewel.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people that don't have experience, but you may be good and you don't have the experience, like, you can't always get paid off top.
Yeah.
Like, you got to you still have to work your way from the bottom, and offering that just to be able to give people that piece that to show them that you're actually good is a part of the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, everybody now, it's like, you know what I mean? We deal with this shit all the time. Like, people that you don't have no resume, we've never seen anything where you were, and you want to be like, yo, I charge $200 an hour.
Yeah.
How?
I mean, even major brands, major companies give you free trials.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but over here, everybody out here after a bag. They want the bag, off top, off rip.
Yep.
My nigga, like, at least build your reputation, build your brand up before you start demanding a bag.
Right.
When people don't even know what type of service, the quality of service or product that you're providing. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But that mentality is
That was
definitely
dope that you
definitely
even what's the name came to that. Right.
Yeah, because in my mind, right, I was like, you know, I want to get close to these people. Everybody trying to get close to these rappers at that time, you know. And I was always taught, if it's anybody you want to work with, find a way to bring them value or pay. You know what I'm saying? And I use that now.
That's a jewel.
If it's somebody I really want to work with, I really want to connect with, I'm going to either pay or I'm going to find a way to bring them value. And bringing a person value is what's something you don't like to do that I could take off your hands?
Mm-hmm.
Or what's something I could do that can give you more time to do what you really need to be doing?
Mm-hmm.
And when you do that, a person will give you the game.
Right.
You with them all the time. You'll get to talk to them more. What they'll charge people thousands of dollars for, you getting free game just for taking time out your day to do something that they don't really have the time to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I tell people that to this day, find a way to add value to a person that you really want to work with or pay for it.
Adding value is so undervalued.
Yeah, it is.
Like, everybody literally wants to be a part of something, but you bring no value
But
to
the thing
situation.
is that in order for you to get to that point, that level, you have to have no ego.
Yep.
But you have to have confidence. See, there's a difference.
Yeah.
You had confidence in what you're capable of doing, but you didn't come with no ego.
Yep.
You didn't
That
want to
is
be.
a
You didn't
hard
want,
thing to
You know what I'm
find.
saying? And that not because of social media, everyone wants that. That immediate gratification and recognition.
Yeah.
So social media is fucking up a lot of people's psyche.
Yeah.
Mentally, right? But individuals that are they grew up within structure.
But people actually do be doing it. They just don't want to tell you they're doing it.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people that act like they get paid a bag when they're actually showing up for free for things that make them look like.
But that's
You
it's
know
for
what
the
I'm
mirage.
saying?
It's
Right,
for the mirage. It's for the
mirage.
image.
Yeah.
It's for the gimmick and the
but you have no
theatrics.
purpose behind it.
Yeah.
That's
But
the
you
point.
actually was playing chess the whole
Yeah,
time.
I was playing chess. And it was crazy, right? Because the rappers and the celebrities that I was taking pictures and doing video, because I did photography and videography. So when I was doing it, I was dressing like this. And it was like, nah, something wrong. Why you taking my
Actually,
pictures?
that was like a little psyche
Yeah,
though.
it
Because
was.
it's like, yo, this nigga too fly.
Yeah,
to be
he taking our pictures. He dressed like
Like
us.
us.
Same jewelry, everything.
Did you plan that?
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
I
that was a
did.
good ass
Strategy.
Because
move
I
right
knew
there.
that was
TJ.
gonna grab their attention. Wait a minute, this nigga look like us. He taking our pictures.
Right.
So this nigga, what he got
Right.
going on?
What
you
he
know
got
what I'm
going
saying?
on? Right.
And so
why
that-
is he taking our pictures?
Yeah, that was a part of it too because I knew I would grab their attention quicker. You know what I'm saying?
They say dress for the job you want.
Yeah,
not for the
Damn
job you want.
right.
Yeah, that's what I did.
X.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I
Goddamn
did.
right.
It worked. I don't know if it'll work now, but it worked back then. You know what I'm saying? Like, you
Look,
just
somebody's right now taking notes. Like,
taking notes.
I'm gonna do
Okay, I'm
this.
gonna be a cameraman. I'm gonna try to be
Listen.
security.
But you actually got to dress fly though.
Yeah. It's
Bro, and you don't miss a step, bro. You don't miss a step. You don't miss a step,
My
bro.
husband
You
literally-
forcing me to come out here
Yeah.
looking husky.
With
You
the
know what I'm saying?
shit
Like,
And another lesson to add to that is learn how to do everything. Especially you're gonna be in that business because you can know when somebody fucking you over.
right.
You can know how to do the job if they get sick, if they can't do it. I'm very hands-on with everything. You know what I'm saying? So that's the way I can know. I know how long it take to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I know how that's supposed to look. I know what kind of lens that is. I know what kind of camera that is. You know what I'm saying? So I like being hands-on with everything so I can know and I can put people in position because I've done it before.
Awesome.
It's
right.
hard to be a boss and tell somebody what to do if you've never done
Been
it.
a worker. If you've never been a worker.
It's like, like being the captain of your own ship.
Yep.
You have to know every department of your ship. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And shout out to all my veterans. Me personally, I was in the military and the Navy.
Yeah,
so
salute
I
to
understand that psychology,
Yeah.
that approach, the strategic approach, right, of understanding every level of job necessary to get where you want to get. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that's even militant
Yeah.
mentality. Like a lot of people don't possess that, bro. So you impressing me from the gate. Like obviously Vicky always speaks highly of you. I follow you on social media.
Yeah.
So I'm speaking from an outsider, right? Finally getting an opportunity to speak to you personally, and just based on what I see and the man you are now, having a conversation with you, getting to know you throughout the days that we actually been interacting. Like I really feel like you in a league of your own,
Appreciate that.
and that's not. I'm not
Absolutely.
just saying that because
Yeah.
you here. That's from one man to another man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a captain of my ship, you are captain of your ship. So real recognize real. So it's like, yo, bro, you
Absolutely.
definitely in a league of
Appreciate
your
that.
own. You know
Thank
what I'm
you.
saying?
Absolutely.
That's a fact.
Thank you.
Yeah. So you went into the whole camera situation. You were able to get with the artists. You were able to meet managers. You were able to put yourself in that space. So when did you make the turn into going into concert promotion or booking talent?
So what made me make the turn? I was working at the shipyard and I was shooting those events at night and on the weekends. So I would be up all night editing and different stuff like that. That was another thing. I would have people the footage the next day.
Ooh,
So that killed them.
listen.
That killed the competition at that time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It is day two.
Yeah, to
That
this day.
turnover
yeah.
time.
Yeah, turnaround time is important. So
Very important.
what happened was I was working at the shipyard making great money, but I was around a lot of negative people. And I got hated on too, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I realized that I have to leave here. If I don't leave here, I'm going to be stuck here 30 years, listening to the same people complain, retiring, and I'm going to always be like, I wish I could have or I should have. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So what happened was I was going to quit, and I was like, nah, I need to make sure I'm straight financially. So what I did was I took a 30-day leave of absence to see could I make it, could I pay all my bills and everything on my own without a check coming in. Because a job basically just makes you comfortable. You know you're going to get that check on Thursday. But when you're an entrepreneur, you're your own boss, you got to go out there and get that money.
You got to get that money.
If you don't go out there, you ain't going to eat. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to put myself out there just to see could I survive on my own without a paycheck. Had never done it in my life, and I did. So right before I quit, I had bought a new car. Bought the car. The man at the dealership was like, look, man, we got to do your employee verification. I'm like, man, what the fuck? I got the money. What I need to do all that for? He's like, look, man, I know, but just go back to work for like a couple of days. We're going to call, and then you could do whatever you want to do for that. So I went back to work. He called. He did what he had to do, and I left. I told all my old heads goodbyes because I was like a makeup foreman and a machine man. So I didn't really do no work for real. So I was young, but I had moved up so far, I was getting hated on by the people my age and the older people. Like I'm pressing buttons and they doing the work. So they ain't really like that. And they knew what I was doing outside of work. So one day I got tired of it and I just said, this is it. So I quit. I took my 401k money. I had a nice amount of money in there. Had money in my savings and all that. And I took my money, I left, and I just took off from there and started doing my own shows.
So what was your first show?
First show was with my partner, Pootie. We did Yo Gotti. We did Yo Gotti at the Embassy Lounge. It used to be called the House of Comedy in Virginia Beach.
Yep.
Back in the day, it was Me-At Weekend on a Sunday. We put 1,600 people in there.
Wow.
Woo. What a start.
Sold out. Yeah.
What a start.
That was your first show, 1,600?
1,600.
Damn.
1,600, Yo Gotti.
That
went down in the deal.
I mean, how did that make you feel, though? Being that you're leaving your job, uncertainty, not knowing if this shit is actually going to work, and you packing that shit out, sold out shows, 1,600 people.
It made me feel like, you know what, I should have been doing this. And not to go back, but I do want to add this point in there for your listeners to give them a little bit of motivation. Before I quit my job, everything I'm doing now, almost 10 years later, I seen it back then. And I was telling people I was working with, like, yo, I'm about to be with all these rappers, these singers. I'm about to make it. You know what I'm saying? Man, you going to be here with us 30 years. You ain't going no goddamn well. Get to work or whatever. And I'm like, nah, I really see it. I'm visualizing it. Me at shows, me
manifesting
business.
it.
Yeah, manifesting. That wasn't even, that word wasn't even thought of back then. But that's what I was doing.
Right.
And those same people come to my shows to this day. So I want to add that part in there. Don't let the people around you stop you from going where you're trying to go. Don't let that negative influence or that energy stop you from living your dreams. Because if you really manifest it, if you speak it into existence and you visualize it, you can do and be whatever it is you want to be in this lifetime. But yeah, 1,600 people first show, that was crazy. I was like, it's up.
He's like, it's up from here.
It's up from here. It's up from here.
It's up from here.
Man,
so
congrats. That's massive, bro.
Yeah, massive.
Yeah.
So you're in that space. You are doing shows at this point. So how often were you doing shows after that very first one?
So after the very first one, we would do shows like every about 3 months, just depending on what artist was hot at that time. So about every 2-3 months we would do a show.
Okay.
Yep.
So every 2-3 months you would do a show. I mean, how long did it take you guys for people to start to recognize your brand as, hey, they're bringing celebrity talent here? Like, you know what I mean? Like, to build your brand, because there are very well-known brands in the area that have been doing this for quite a long, that, have a very solidified team.
Yeah.
So how long did it take before people started recognizing you guys and your brand as, hey, like, they're doing it big. They're bringing celebrities here?
Honestly, to be all the way honest with you, to keep it 100, it was immediately because, like I said, me and Pootie at that time, and shout out to Kamisha, because Kamisha introduced me to Pootie. But at that time, we was bringing people that don't come here. We was bringing high dollar rappers that skip Virginia, like you just said. A lot of people didn't come and didn't respect this market, because what people don't realize, Virginia is not an A-class market. We're kind of like a C. And what that means is, you know, A-class markets is like Miami, New York,
Atlanta.
LA, Houston. We're not in that brim. We're like in a C-class market. So a lot of the big artists don't come to this town. So when we came out the gate, you know, we bringing Yo Gotti, we bringing Jeezy, we bringing Plies, we bringing big names that people like, wait a minute, who are these guys? What they got going on? Like, how are they able to even afford to bring these people?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because these were some high dollar acts at that time. So I want to say, like, fresh out the gate, it was like, wait a minute, who them?
Because those acts weren't being brought here prior to that.
They weren't being brought here prior, and we wasn't attached to a group that was already out.
Right. Okay.
We came out the gate doing our own thing, our own group, and most people was already solidified with promotional groups that was already out there.
Right.
So one, it was the level of artists that we was bringing, and then it's like, these guys just came out of nowhere. Who are they?
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We fly, we got the jewelry, we got the women, we packing out buildings. Where they come from?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I would say immediately.
That was definitely a conversation.
Yeah, it definitely was a conversation. Yeah, for sure.
It was definitely a conversation.
Yeah.
So pretty much, I want to say that you guys were on a high.
Yeah.
You guys were doing super well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Things were going great.
Yeah.
You guys are the new talk of the town.
Yes. Yes.
And then we had a really unfortunate incident that
yes,
happened.
Yes, we did.
You were doing Jeezy at a club that Aqua Lounge, which is, well, it used to be Aqua Lounge.
Embassy.
Was it Embassy?
It was the Embassy. Yeah.
Oh, so was it? Oh wait, that's the name of it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Embassy.
okay.
Yeah.
So it was
all
Embassy.
of them sound the same.
I know. I can't. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like all the clubs, like they changed.
At that time, like all the names were similar.
Right.
It was Encore,
Aqua,
Embassy.
Yeah. Oh my
It was
God.
like all of them sounded the
I
same.
don't know why I thought it was Aqua.
Yeah,
but
it was
Embassy.
Embassy.
It was Embassy.
The old
Okay.
House of Comedy.
The old House of Comedy.
Yep.
Yeah. So you guys had an unfortunate incident where somebody was murdered.
Yes.
During the show.
Yes.
And it was pure chaos, pandemonium.
Yeah.
And it brought a lot of negative attention to your brand.
Yes, it did.
To your business, to you guys. And I'm sure it's very detrimental. So can you just kind of elaborate on what space you were in once that incident happened?
Yes, that it was a tragic situation, and rest in peace to the gentleman that got killed. Right. It was my partner Pootie's birthday party, and we were so excited, man. Jeezy was like my favorite rapper, his favorite rapper, and at that time, wasn't nobody bringing Jeezy to no club.
Right, absolutely.
You know, Jeezy was going to like concert venues and stuff like that. And when I say, and I say this humbly, every promoter out there hated on that show. He ain't coming. He ain't gonna show up. He gonna do 2 songs. All this stuff just to try to hate on the show.
Look, I can attest to that because a lot of people was like, he's not gonna pull up. I'm like,
yeah.
But they've been doing it
the
the whole
whole
time.
And it was crazy that when Jeezy came to do, when they came in, we had to pay on the back end. I was like, bro, like they saying you ain't coming, you ain't gonna perform, like it's messing up ticket sales a little bit. They're like, he was like, for real? He was like, man, we're gonna fuck him up tonight. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, bet. So, you know, that was tragic because, like you said, we was on a high. We was winning everything.
Right.
Anything we did, it was like sold out. And, you know, when that situation happened, it just made us look like we had something to do with it. And like I told people during that time, why would we have all that money on the line, our family, friends, everybody there, to jeopardize it for that? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't really make sense or whatever like that. And that's why I tell people now to watch the company you keep and watch the people that you do business with. Not my partner, of course, but like we rented that club from a club owner. The club owner let the person who did whatever they did through the back door. So 1, you stealing from us. 2, we got security, we got metal detectors, we got all that stuff in place for situations like that. But you charging people $100, $150, whatever you charging to let people in through the back door.
Backdooring.
And you letting in somebody who end up closing the whole club down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I want to tell your listeners, like, if you're in this space where you're doing events or you're a promoter or whatever it is, make sure the person that you're renting the venue from is solid and that they're not going to do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Right. Or get your money up and get your own venue, because situations like that will make you look bad. So long story short, I had a meeting with my team right after, because the next day we did a big community cookout for free, you know, with everybody there. And I said, listen, we're going to bounce back harder than before. We're going to sit down a couple months, and we're going to come right back. And everybody was like.
So how, I was about to say that. So how did you even, after something like that happens, like that's usually detrimental to most people's career. Yeah, it's career ending. Yeah. Right. So how were you guys able to bounce back from such an unfortunate situation? Because most people would not. We know that. They wouldn't be able to bounce back.
I think for me, you know, I had quit that job, so I was like, this gotta work. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going back to the shit.
There was no plan B.
You know what I'm saying? There was no plan B.
No plan B.
And I want to tell people this because there was rumors going around about this. Jeezy and his manager at the time looked us in our face and said, listen, this was fucked up. This wasn't y'all fault, though. Y'all get it right, we coming right back. You know what I'm saying? And that meant something, because think about it.
Yeah.
Sold out show. Somebody get killed. You know what I'm saying? You're losing money. You're losing just the thought of people wanting to come to your events again.
And then that's just like their safety.
Their safety's at hand.
Right.
The club shut down. All those people lost their jobs. You know what I'm saying? You got a family that's hurting because their loved one got murdered at your event. But when it all was said and done, because at first people was trying to put the blame on us, and then the real story came out and it got away from us and it went straight to the club owner.
Right.
So once the heat kind of got off us and people knew that it wasn't our fault, I felt like, okay, we could come back. Let's just sit down a little bit out of respect for the families and stuff like that. Let's sit out for a little bit and then we come right back. So that show was in August. We came back in March.
Of the following year.
The following year, we sold out in a week and a half at the Nova. Week and a half. We had 2 weeks to promote. We sold out in a week and a half. Another set of promoters was supposed to do the show, but something happened. So the Nova called us and said, do y'all want this show? And said, you only got 2 weeks to promote it. It's a little tight. We don't know if y'all can do it. It's a new venue for y'all. And I said, hell yeah, we'll take it. So I talked to Poot. I said,
did you actually know that you could do it, or did you, or you just said, I'm gonna jump out there and see if I can?
In my mind, I knew I could do it. I knew we could do it. Because at that time, like I said, even with that situation happening, we had the streets, man. Like when we threw stuff, people that don't even come outside would come. And I knew if they trusted us with the safety factor that, hey, nothing gonna happen in the Nova.
Right.
You might not feel safe with us in the club, but you know nothing's going to happen in this Nova.
Right.
And I think with it being in the Nova, that helped us out and gave us the confidence that we could do this. Right. And when we sold out in a week and a half, that just put us back on the map. And, you know, we still had haters. Oh, man, ain't coming. Somebody going to get killed, or blah, blah, blah. Every time Jeezy comes, somebody get killed, bro. Situation happened one time that had nothing to do with us or Jeezy.
And then it becomes every time.
It comes every time. Even to this day, you hear it here and there like, all right, bro, that's getting old now. You got to come with something else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that just come from people hating on you, hating on your success, or being jealous of you or envious of you because you came up so fast. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, that's how we bounce back from that.
But, you know, just to kind of like intercept, right? You, aside from all the success and everything you've had, you are a man of principle, and that's why you are favored. Yeah. See, people fail to realize. They think, oh, I got to work hard, grind, and do what I got to do, and I'm going to get this back. Nah, nigga, you got to be a man of principle. Yeah. You got to stand on something beyond just money. Yeah. That way you don't just get driven and being pushed around because of money. You stand on your 2 feet. Yeah. And that's why people believe in you. They got faith in you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because you never crossed anybody. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And it sounds just the way you speak, like the fact that you guys took a little time off after the passing of the brother that passed away, and you said that's ethics. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you know what? Now let's cool off a little bit, pay respects. A lot of people wouldn't even think like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They'll jump right into the next event just to get their bag up.
Yep.
Right.
And you didn't do that, so I salute you for that, bro.
Appreciate that.
Word.
Appreciate that. It was hard.
Right. So you guys got through that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I feel like you took another hit with your situation. Your partner was unfortunately, was incarcerated.
Yes.
And so that put you in a position of being on your own.
Yes.
So how were you able to move forward from that situation?
So how I was able to move forward from that is people kept seeing me around, and everybody didn't know me, but they knew my face. I'm like, what did he do? He always with the rappers? What? Because it's still a mystery to some people that didn't know me. You know what I'm saying? So when he got incarcerated, I started my own booking company where I book for other people. And I was doing my own stuff as well.
Right.
So I just kept doing stuff and then kept building my name up. And eventually I started getting clients out of town. And that's what helped me, get back out there. So I started doing shows in Pittsburgh. Then I started doing shows in St. Louis. Then I started doing shows in Killeen, Texas. And then it just started growing from there. And that's what built my name up back here. They was like, oh, no, he popping in Pittsburgh, he popping in St. Louis, he popping in Texas.
Right.
Let's get him back here and start doing stuff here. You know what I'm saying? So I think me just having that I'm not going to quit attitude, and also just realizing that, hey, my partner is gone. That could have been me.
Right.
I got another chance. You know what I'm saying? So instead of complaining, instead of moping and poping, let me get out here and make shit happen. Because if the shoe was on the other foot, he would be doing the same thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I use his situation as motivation. It's like, man, I'm free. I'm out here. And not to say that I was doing anything to get incarcerated. Just the thought, like, anything can happen to anybody at any given time. And that's why I tell people, don't judge people that's incarcerated, because we all have done stuff, but we just ain't get caught.
That's
Right. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Don't ever point the finger, because it can come right back at you.
Right.
So I just used his situation to motivate me to just keep going and just keep inspiring people and just keep motivating people that don't let your downfalls set you back. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to live with regrets, right? When he went away, I could have easily said, man, that's it. We over. It's
right.
done, man.
You could have.
You know what I'm saying? That was my man. Still my man to this day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it was enough people that saw me develop and grow to say, oh, nah, I want to do the same thing y'all did. Y'all killed it. Let's work together. Let's partner up. Let's collab. And then I marketed myself well on social media. You know, I had cameras following me around. I was mic'd up. I had my own photographer, now the role switch. So now you're hearing me having these conversations with these artists. You're actually seeing on video what I'm doing. I'm being more transparent now. So you're like, oh, he the plug. You know what I'm saying? So I started, when I came back to start doing stuff here, I started doing stuff at Stadium in Portsmouth. Started doing stuff at Broadway. I started doing stuff at Shockers and all these different places. And then I built my name up, to what it is now. But it took consistency. Took me not giving up, because anybody else would have gave up.
That's a fact.
Yeah. Anybody else would have gave up.
Those was two major hits.
Major.
Like, those are not lightweight. They were major hits.
Yeah.
So, you solidified your market outside of Virginia.
Yeah.
Brought it back to Virginia.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's been up since then.
Yeah.
And you did an amazing I don't want to say it's not an event, because you did actually 2 events in one day.
Yeah.
You did something that I don't think that any of us have seen done.
Yeah.
You hosted Jeezy and CeeLo Green.
Same night.
2 icons, 2 major artists in the same fucking night.
Yeah.
In 2 different cities.
2 different cities.
Like, that's insane.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that people really realize what it takes to put on a show.
Yeah.
Because we are event producers, we understand, like, it's so much that goes into one show, let alone 2.
Yeah.
So the fact that you had 2 major artists, one a rap artist, and you have, I guess CeeLo Green would be considered an R&B
Rap
rap.
and
Like I said,
R&B.
right,
Yeah.
right. He does
rap
both.
and R&B.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In 2 different cities, Norfolk and Hampton.
Yeah.
In one night, like,
It was
how?
crazy.
How?
My
Please.
my thought process was, you know what? I never seen nobody conquer both lanes at the same time.
Right.
At that time, I was doing a lot of stuff at New Orleans, Hampton, a lot of R&B. So I went from dressing like this to wearing suits.
Right.
It messed people up because it was like, wait a minute, he do it all. You know what I'm saying? I was strictly doing R&B for about 6 months to a year over there. And I had stopped doing rap, but I missed it. I was like, I missed that trap shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
My old head was like, you done went to Hollywood.
Look,
you ain't coming back.
Trap money. That trap money.
Yeah, that trap money is different. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So he was like, man, you done went to Hollywood. You ain't coming back to this shit. You know what I'm saying? You on another level. Why come
Right.
back? You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yo.
I think because people consistently viewed you as a Jeezy promoter.
Yeah,
right? Everybody
yeah.
was like, oh, Twan's a Jeezy. Like,
yeah.
Twan literally does. I feel like that was your whole R&B run for this whole past year was just a kind of like, yo, I do more.
Do more than just that.
Just right?
Yeah, R&B and old school. We did it all, you know, because I hate that label like he only brings Jesus. Like you said, 72 shows, whatever it is.
Yeah, they're
all
mixed
different
up.
artists.
All different type of
old
artists.
school. Big Daddy Kane, Rakim, MC Light, Carl
Right.
Thomas. But it's like I get the notoriety from the trap shit.
Right.
But my thought process with the 2 shows was I told the Mango ladies, I said, listen, you know, CeeLo Green with the Fuzz Band is going to be a hit. But I'm doing Jeezy over here. Me and Tamaya partnering up and doing Jeezy over here. They originally didn't want to do that. They was like, nah, we want you here. I'm going to be at both. It was like, how you going to do that? They didn't want to do it. And I was like, nah, it's going to work. I'm going to sell both of them out. When people tell me I'm crazy, that makes me want to do it more. And people, not them, not the Mango ladies or Tamaya.
Just in general.
Just people in general said, bro, you crazy. How the hell you going to go to both events?
Yeah, because
how you gonna run
I believe
both?
I asked you the same thing.
Yeah, you was like, how is this possible? I like,
I
listen.
said I did.
We're going to sell both of them out. It's going to be one of the biggest nights of the year. You know what I'm saying? And we did that.
Yeah, so I didn't think you could do it. No, I was asking you how you were going to do it.
Yeah.
But you did do it.
Yeah.
You did it effortlessly. Everything went smoothly. But how crazy was that night, though? Seriously. Like, it had to been crazy.
It was crazy. It was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Both sold out. And like I was saying, when people tell me I'm crazy, it makes me want to do whatever it is more. It kind of inspires me and motivates me. And my whole thought process of doing it that way, I never seen nobody, and charge it to the heart, but I never seen nobody in our area conquer R&B and rap at the same time. You usually
on the same day.
Yeah, on the same
like,
day too.
Never.
I never seen it.
That has never happened.
To this day,
I haven't seen it.
Has never happened.
Yeah, I never seen it.
So let me just quickly ask you, because there are, there are a few very relevant, very prominent promotion groups in the area who have teams behind them.
Yeah.
Who help with promotions, who help with, getting the word out there, who have also contributed to bringing celebrities to the area.
Yeah.
How have you been able to maintain doing work at such a high quality and consistency, being a one-man band? Like, literally, it's you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't have the machine, the people, the team, you know what I mean? Like, people, there are a lot of, that have a whole entire army behind them to keep this thing going. And here you are, one-man band, and you are doing this at a high level. Not only are you doing a high level, but you are exceeding expectations of what someone would think a concert promoter would need in order to do the numbers that you do. So how are you able to maintain that?
I think I'm able to maintain that because I've been on both sides of the spectrum, right? I've done my own events and I've done events for other people. So when I'm doing events for other people, it's almost like paid tuition. So I'm learning from their mistakes, or their lessons or whatever. Not mistakes, their lessons. So I'll pick up, okay, I don't want to do that. Or I like how they did that, but I'm going to put my own twist to it. So I think a lot of stuff that I did, to be honest with you, came from trial and error. Because it's not too many people that really showed me too much. Because in this business, a lot of people don't want you to get higher than them. You know what I'm saying? Now, we'll credit Brad Newell. I call him Unc. He owns Coastal Media.
Shout out to Brad.
Yeah.
He's all about support.
Yeah.
And I really, really like years and years ago when Rico was doing a whole label, my husband was doing a label.
Yeah.
Like, he did the printout, he did all, you know what I mean? Like, he's super in support of, you know what I mean, the local artists, the music industry, period, in this area, and he contributes a lot.
Yeah.
So, shout out to Brad.
Yeah, I will say he's probably the only one that, like, gave me tips and stuff about things. Everything else I kind of learned from a trial and error thing. And the way that I'm able to do that is I watch the people that came before me. You know what I'm saying? And I just studied what they did. When I was in a nightclub partying and stuff, I actually was watching them. So when I'm in my session, everybody throwing money.
Yeah, because you don't drink or smoke.
I don't drink or smoke. So, like,
you just watching niggas.
I'm trying to find out who the promoter is.
Right.
And I'm like, wait a minute. It don't make sense. We spending all this money, and it's a guy or a lady in here making all the money. I want to do what they doing.
Right.
So all those years while I wasn't doing anything, I was actually watching people. Like, I was watching Creative Nation. I was watching Omonte with Posh and Terry with Entourage and all these people. And even KB. You know what I'm saying? I watched these people and I said, okay, when I get in position, I want to do this like them, but I want to take it with my own twist. So I would say trial and error. And then even with the events like with CeeLo, the Mango ladies, they pretty much handled everything. And then with Jeezy, anything I couldn't do, Tamaya and everybody else handled that. So I had a little help with those.
Right.
Because it was a lot for me to manage both. You know what I'm saying? But I was able to do it and both were successful. And it was just, for me, I wanted to put a notch in my belt of something that I had never seen done. And
you did that.
I did that.
And
you know what I'm saying?
that.
And I was for the people listening, I was at both events.
Right. You were.
You know what I'm saying?
And changed clothes and everything.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
He had on the suit, and then I saw him in the white fur.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I wanted to make it my business to see CeeLo and to give him his flowers, you know what I'm saying, at that event, because I felt like that was important for CeeLo to know how much he meant to the culture, how much he meant to me, because I don't know if CeeLo Green gets appreciated like he should.
Yeah.
Talented brother.
Absolutely.
And that video where you saw me thanking him and paying homage to him, I really meant that. Even if that camera wasn't on, I meant everything I said to him. And I wanted him to hear that. But, I can always see Jeezy. So once Jeezy was finished, I left and I went straight to, to Hampton for CeeLo Green. And then we actually had Jeezy
in
next
Richmond.
night in
Richmond.
Richmond.
I'm in Richmond.
Yeah, so it was like 3-4 events.
This man, listen.
3 people.
And then he was in Richmond, and it was another sold out show.
Out show. Yeah.
So pretty much you are dominating this concert celebrity booking shit to the maximum full capacity.
Yes.
You are on the path that you wanted to go way back when you were working the shipyard.
Yes.
You are on that road. And so with that being said, you are single.
Yeah, I'm single.
You're single, correct?
Yeah.
No kids.
No kids.
Never been married.
Never been married.
So is it safe to say that you have been married to this game, to the business? So thus far.
Yeah, I will say that
because you have to have complete and utter focus in order to do the things that you have been able to do and accomplish these feats that nobody has been able to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it takes a lot.
It takes a lot. So you've been completely focused on that.
Yeah.
I mean, so that's safe to say.
Yeah. I think for me, my whole life is business. So my personal life is quite boring. It might look fly because I'm hopping out of helicopters and wearing furs and stuff like that, but all that's attached to business. I'm having a hard time, just to be honest with you and the listeners, finding that balance between having a personal life and a business life. So dating do be hard because I'm out of town a lot. I'm always laser focused on what I'm doing. And I do date, but I haven't been in anything serious in a while. Right. And I think, a person has to, one, have my back, be there when I need them. And they always have the option to go with me to any of these events, travel with me, or do whatever they want to do. but it's got to be something they want to do.
It is safe to say that you see family, wife in your future. Is that something that you want? Is that a priority for you?
To be honest, it's something that I tackle with a lot. Some days it's like, man, I'm 36. I'll be 37 this month. I'm about to be 40. Like, do I really want to be an older guy with kids? Do I want to stop what I'm doing to do that? Do I just want to keep going? And it's a emotional roller coaster sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Just to be all the way honest, it is. It's like I be seeing, like you and Rico or whoever, and I be like, damn, man, like I'm out here grinding, I'm making money, but I don't have that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I feel like in my mind, if somebody's not on the same page as me mentally, they ain't got to do what I'm doing, but just think how I'm thinking. They're not going to get it.
Right.
And they're either going to...
And you've come too far.
Yeah, and it's like, I'm almost there.
Right.
And it's like, I don't want nothing or nobody to stop me or slow me up from getting there. Mm-hmm. Support me and help me get there, and then we can focus on that.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because I worked very hard. Mm-hmm. I got people depending on me.
Right.
And I would hate to stop now and live with those regrets, like I said earlier.
Right.
I don't want to stop there and, man, I could have been on Live Nation level. I could have 20,000 people at my event.
Right.
30,000 people. And if I stop now, it's like I'm always wonder if I would have got there. And I ain't saying that relationships stop you. I'm not saying having a partner stop you.
But it is a compromise.
But it is a compromise because if I have kids, of course,
they come first.
I'm not going to be able to move around like I'm doing now. They come first. But at the same time, I hope whoever the woman that's going to be in my life is realize that I sacrificed half of my life for this. And that I have to be successful.
Right.
It ain't no option.
If ands right. It's not an option.
It ain't no choice. I have to be successful. You know, story to go back about Shipyard. The shipyard I worked at, my dad wasn't around. My granddad died at that shipyard. My granddad was like my father. So picture going to work every day, hearing about how your granddad died on the steps. Had a heart attack. People stepping on top of him. Could have retired, kept working. I got to hear that every day I'm going to work. Along with the negativity I told y'all I was hearing about.
Right.
He worked till he died.
Right.
Didn't get to go on vacation. Didn't get to go fishing. Do none of the things that when you retire you're supposed to do. But what he did, he worked and took care of his family. That's all he did.
Right.
And I don't want that to be me. You know what I'm saying? So I do want to have that balance.
It sounds like obviously you a first generation event producer in your family. No one's ever done what you've done at your level. And the fact that you are a first generation success story in this path, in this career,
absolutely, people
have to respect your laser focus. Because this wasn't given to you. You built it.
Yes,
and hopefully in the near future you can pass it down. But in order for you to pass something down, you have to master it. And you on that quest of mastering this skill. You know what I'm saying? To the highest level, and it's understood. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a married man. And of course it's very difficult. So I definitely, you know what I'm saying, I agree 1,000%. Is just to kind of find balance. You know what I'm saying? And do something you're passionate for. But the fact that you are not willing to compromise your vision and you're not willing to play games with people neither, that's commendable, because a lot of men will take advantage of the fact that they're in position of power and use that to their advantage to gas women up. But you rather say, I'd rather not even do that because it's just going to be a distraction.
It's going to be a distraction.
Ain't
So
that
I respect that.
That just goes back to him having principle and having,
that's it, man.
you know what
That's
I mean?
real. That's real.
Shit.
Yeah.
So,
and I'm not to cut you off.
No, you good.
I'm not, because I know some ladies that's probably watching or listening. I'm not saying I don't want to get married and have kids and be in a relationship. I just want us to be on the same page. They have to fit the puzzle. They got to fit the puzzle. And listen, don't feel like you got to be an entrepreneur. You got to do what I do.
They have to understand you.
I just mentally want to be on the same page and understand me. Because you can be somebody with a 9 to 5 and I'll still date you. A lot of women feel like they got to be a certain plateau for me to deal with them or for me to talk to them because of my appearance, but it's not like that. I like connecting mentally.
Oh no, you gotta have your shit together because I be right there on his shoulder like, no.
Yeah, she don't play.
Yeah.
Because I just feel like you are definitely a high value man.
Appreciate that.
I can say that. And you know what I mean? Knowing you personally, knowing you in business, you bring a lot to the table.
Yeah.
So I feel like the woman that is going to be with you should complement that.
Yeah.
And like you said, it doesn't have to be an entrepreneur.
Nah.
You don't have to have $1 million. You don't have to be an Instagram model, but you got to have your shit together.
Yeah,
too,
and believe
right?
in me. Because I'm going to believe in you. I'm going to support your
Well,
dreams.
let's listen. So now we're going to get into that because we're going to lighten this up. It's been a little serious.
That's a great segue to this
It's
next.
been a little serious.
All right, let's
to
go.
this next
Let's
segment
go.
called.
Let's have some fun.
Yeah. So I like I was telling y'all, he is single. Listen, this is the friend part right here.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Let's go.
Listen, look. You know what I mean? So clearly you're single.
Yes.
You know, no kids.
Nah.
Never been married.
Never been married.
That's high value, right there.
That's a lottery ticket.
And very rare.
That's a lottery
and very
ticket.
Rare. And I can say that, you know what I mean? He is genuinely a good person, a good man.
Appreciate that.
He moves with a lot of principle. You're smart. You know about your shit, and you're super supportive.
Yeah.
Like,
Appreciate that.
so with that being said, we're going to move into our segment, this or that.
All right, let's go.
And this is like the single segment because, you know, usually X goes OD with this and he gets super crazy with it. But I was like, you know what? No, we're going to do a little segment so that, you know, the females out there can get a better understanding of the type of female that you would be looking for if you were to be in a relationship, right?
All right.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So, let's start off. We're gonna start off a little light,
all right,
and then we'll go into a little bit more spicy.
Okay.
So that they can kind of figure out. We're gonna give you the all-around woman.
Yeah.
So, would you gotta pick this or that, one or the other?
I got you. So say this or that.
No, you gotta say one. You gotta pick
one
or the other.
I'll give you two options. You pick one.
Okay, cool. Let's do it.
So, do you want a career-driven woman, or would you like a stay-at-home mom?
Career-driven.
Career-driven. Okay. Those okay.
Yeah.
Are you more of the what were we gonna say? See, this trust me is
trust me vodka.
Shout out to Trust Me Vodka.
Definitely getting us, you know what I'm
Wait a
saying?
minute. We didn't even do our shots of Trust Me because we were so deep into this conversation.
Trust Me Vodka.
And I just was like, yo, shout out to our sponsor, Trust Me
go.
Vodka. I'm sorry. That
Let's
should
go.
make me forget my question. So, are we going BBL or are we going natural? I told you it's going to be hard for him to answer.
This one's for the culture, bro. This one's for the culture.
Natural.
We're going natural.
Natural.
My
So you're
man,
gonna go
let's go
natural.
team natural, baby. Let's go.
Sometimes the asses be hard, man. Don't ask me how I know. We keeping it real, right?
That's it. That's
we on
it.
nostalgia on the rocks.
Team
You know what I'm
natural,
saying?
baby. No, let's get
Yeah,
it.
let's go. You can ask me whatever. Let's do it.
Keep it going. Let's go, B.
Okay, kids or no kids?
If she has kids,
If she has kids,
Okay.
what would you prefer?
a woman with
Doesn't
kids,
mean you will not.
Yeah, would you date a
means
woman
what
with
would you
kids or a woman
prefer?
with no kids?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I would prefer a woman to not have kids, but only because I don't have any, and I want to experience that for the first time for both of us.
Right.
But I'm not knocking a woman that has kids.
Okay, cool.
I hope that I did it right.
Right.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
well put
Yeah.
together.
All right.
Right.
Yeah, that was well put together.
Because I know it's this and that.
very
so.
diplomatic.
Yeah,
That was good.
Yeah.
Did I tell you he was I was like,
I gotta cover all the angles.
I literally was like, only Twan's gonna come up here and he's gonna make every answer sound.
No, it's obvious that this guy
well
had
calculated.
he got good media
you never
training.
know who watching.
Right.
Yeah, he got good media
Okay.
training.
Yeah,
man.
you don't know who watching.
Yeah, good answer.
Okay, so are you with spontaneous or planned?
All spontaneous all day.
Okay, spontaneous.
Yeah.
Okay, all day. So are we going with balcony sex or what we're gonna say? Balcony
or
sex
skinny dipping.
or skinny dipping?
Balcony.
Balcony.
Yeah.
You want people to watch.
It's about the
Yeah.
views, baby.
Yeah,
It's about the views.
We making movies.
It's
Yeah, we making
my God.
movies.
He said, okay, X, I literally forgot to wait a minute. There's one question before the last question, and I don't Remember?
The one question before the last.
And I don't have my phone.
Oh man, so let's get to the last.
Okay, go ahead. Just go to the last.
Nah, but that should be more of your thing, because it sounds better when it's said by a young lady.
So, are you more of? I don't even want to.
It's the trust me vodka.
No, it just sounds so crazy coming from me because we're so fucking tight.
Oh
like,
yeah.
I mean, okay, no X. You have
I
to
can't.
ask this.
All right, look, bro. Are you Brazilian wax or Bush Gardens? Which one you rocking with?
Brazilian wax.
The Brazilian wax. Let's get
wax,
it.
yeah.
Why did he say Bush Gardens?
Bush Gardens is crazy. You got Bush Gardens and you got the beards. It's too much.
It's too much going on.
Yeah, it's too much going on.
A lot of static. A lot of static.
Bushes, man.
A lot of static.
Oh my god, I'm so.
Oh
weak.
man, that was
Oh
good.
my
That
god.
was good.
Okay, and that shit just threw me.
That wraps
off.
up. Shout outs again to the sponsor, Trust Me Vodka.
Trust me vodka.
I'm
Setting
like,
the vibe to move
yeah,
right.
I'm way past. I'm way past it. So I'm just weak as hell. Anyways, okay, so we wrapped it up a little bit. We kind of got a little gist of the type of female that you like.
Yeah.
Career oriented.
Yeah.
Natural.
Yeah.
Preferably no kids, but he's not against that.
But he's not against it.
Yeah, I ain't against it.
Spontaneous.
Spontaneous for sure.
Balcony sex.
Balcony.
And he definitely wants that shit shaved. He's not playing. Or I'm sorry, Brazilian wax.
Brazilian wax.
Yeah, Brazilian.
Fancy.
Chromed out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my God. I'm gonna hate this interview tomorrow because I'm laughing so hard. Okay.
Blame me to
All
the
right.
alcohol. Blame me to the alcohol. Blame me
Okay.
to the
So
alcohol.
we went into business. We went into personal.
Okay.
So what is up next? Oh, actually, we know what's up next.
Yes.
Next Friday,
Next Friday.
we have your 38th sold out show because we're going to speak that into existence.
Yes.
You're almost sold out anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
So we're going to the 38th sold out show with Jeezy at the Norva. Let's get into that a little bit.
Yeah. This show with G's at the Nova, me and Brad from Coastal Media. It's me, him, and Capri's birthday. And me and Brad was going back and forth like, man, we try to bring Jeezy once a year. We try to space it out because that's just such a special event. And we don't want to ruin that legacy for that once a year. But with him dropping the Snowfall project and everybody was going crazy, I was like, man.
And it's your birthday.
Yeah, it's my birthday. And on record, I've never celebrated my birthday
ever
to the public since
Yeah,
I've been
that's
doing
why
this.
we're up.
Yeah.
It's
So
up.
it's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be one of them nights for sure. Mm-hmm. So I was like, might be a good idea to bring him there because somebody may try to beat us to the punch. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Bring him there, then we can't bring him from me yet. Mm-hmm. So maybe we should bring him now for our birthdays because all of our birthdays right there together.
Right.
Me, his, and Capri's.
Right.
And so I was like, we can make it a birthday bash featuring Jeezy.
Okay.
Have it a party, but a concert at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Call it Snowfall. We had a whole marketing plan behind it. We thought about it. We played with it for a while. And we just said, fuck it, we're going to go with it.
Nice.
And the thing that I was hesitant about, because it's so close to Christmas, I just felt like, are people really going to support it? Mm-hmm. Times is tight a little bit.
Right.
We're in inflation, recession talks, different things like that. And I always try to think about the people. Mm-hmm. And anybody who want to do what I'm doing or is doing what I'm doing, I think you should always consider what the economy is doing and the people. Mm-hmm. Because you can have the best artists in the world, if you don't have the right marketing, it's going to flop. Mm-hmm. And you can have the best artists in the world, but if people don't have the money to spend,
right,
you're going to lose.
There's a lot of elements that go into producing an event.
It's a lot of elements.
Understand. Even the weather, you got to be concerned.
Yeah, the weather.
You got to consider the weather, the season of the year.
Yeah.
You got to consider what holiday, all of these different intangible things that people don't even think about.
What's going on in the area? Because if you got a lot of balance in the area,
Correct.
especially with that last situation happened back in the day,
right,
it makes people, I don't know about this one. You know what I'm
you
saying?
don't want to go out.
So it's a lot when it goes to planning these things.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I know on the flip side, me saying that, I don't want to contradict myself, but I thought about this. I said, you know what? It's 2022. Especially after COVID. If people really want something or they really want to go somewhere, they're going to find a way to get the money to go. Times may be tight. They may not even have it for real. But if they really want to come, they're going to come. So I said, fuck it, let's do it. What's the worst that's going to happen? You know what I'm saying?
And you sold out.
Yeah.
General admission tickets.
General admission tickets pretty much gone. VIPs is gone. Open the acts went the first day.
Yeah, first day. Actually, in, what was it, 4 hours?
Yeah.
You did was it early bird tickets?
Yeah.
Early bird tickets were gone in 4 hours.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, so when I saw that, I was like, oh, it's up. It's you know, you can kind of see when you're doing the events, the trajectory from the first couple of days. If it's going like that, you got something. If it's moving slow, it's like, wait a minute.
Niggas be scared.
Yeah. Let's try something different. You know what I'm saying? But I know what Jeezy does to Norfolk. I know how he's visualized. I know what people think of him in Norfolk. And the fact that I've never celebrated my birthday along with the other 2 birthdays, it's gotta win.
Right.
So that was the planning behind it. The birthdays along with him, just make it a celebration. Do it the week before Christmas so people still got time to shop for Christmas. And you know, it came out perfect. It came out perfect.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't have did it no other way.
Well deserved.
Yeah.
And bro, again, it's been a pleasure.
Absolutely.
You definitely deserve the label of a legend because you are changing the trajectory of the entire culture.
You are,
of the 757.
exactly. You are actually changing the narrative of what can be done as a concert promoter, a talent agent. Like you're changing the narrative of that.
Yeah.
And that not only can you dominate one market, but you can dominate both at one time.
And what I really do appreciate is the fact that you are well put together. Like you are marketable. If kids go watch your Instagram, there is nothing derogatory or nothing that would say tell somebody else don't follow this guy. Like you really stand on solid ground, bro.
Yeah,
you are a man's man, and I respect that. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So
appreciate that.
Keep doing your thing. We here for you. In fact, we would love to have you start going global, so we don't have that conversation.
Dubai,
start
2023.
Dubai,
2023.
The impact you having here, you have it over there on steroids.
Oh my God, on steroids.
Yeah, I appreciate.
We know that.
Yeah.
And I just want to say to y'all, I appreciate y'all for having me.
Absolutely,
this is a dope platform.
Thank you.
You know, Vicky. You know, I love you to life. You know, we became best friends.
Absolutely.
We talk every day for hours. And I want to salute you too, XL, because it's been nothing but good energy and positive vibes since I met you. You always showing me love, and I just appreciate y'all for having me on the platform.
Absolutely.
Shout out to the best cameraman in the area, Daddy.
Yes.
It's amazing. Like what me and him and the Mango ladies did in the war. I think that'll be talked about for years to come.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
He had an all-star team. And he definitely was a part of it, so I want to shout out him.
You know, we got to get the best of the best, you know.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, most definitely.
Absolutely. But yes, so before we get ready to get out of here, we want you to go ahead and put your social media handles out there.
Okay.
The show is almost sold out, so I mean, but you can still drop the joint. They got a few tickets somewhere for people to get.
Somewhere. And they tax
right. And they tax. Look, niggas bought tickets to resell tickets.
Resell them.
This is some Jordan Yeezy type of situation going on right now.
It definitely is.
Crazy.
It definitely is. So you can follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is Fly By Any Means. That's spelled regular, FLYBYANYMEANS. And my Facebook is my first and last name, Dantwan Gatling. That's DANTWAN, last name Gatling, GATLING. And if I could leave a word with y'all and the people listening, never give up on your dreams. Never let somebody tell you what you can and can't do.
Absolutely.
Don't live with regrets. Your dreams is only one milestone away. Don't let your job distract you from focusing on your business. Use your job, if you have one, to be your investor for your business. Use your job like they're using you. And if you still have a job and want to be an entrepreneur, it is possible. Don't let people on social media fool you and make you quit your job, or even listen to my story, right? I quit my job and just did all these amazing things. You got to start somewhere. And there's nothing wrong with having a job and chasing your dreams at the same time. Just don't let your job or your career stop you from doing so. Because you can't
Sometimes
have
you
both
gotta
if
jump.
you want.
Sometimes you just have to fucking jump.
Sometimes you got to jump.
You just got to leap.
Because you'll never know
Right.
if you don't do it. And what you don't want to do is let that job or let that boss man or let that career hinder you from following your dreams.
Absolutely.
And even if you're married or have kids, still try to pursue your dreams.
You see, look, me and X here. We married, we got kids.
Married, got kids.
We still outside.
Y'all still outside.
Making things happen.
We outside, listen, we outside changing the narrative, making a positive impact, giving you guys interviews that are motivational, that can provide insight, drop jewels. Like, we here for all the smoke.
And just to close out the whole conversation, my brother, you have a book to write.
Appreciate that.
In the physical sense, right? Because you have a wealth of knowledge, wisdom, and you've done a lot. You have a lot of experience, and there are kids out there that they will really profit off this wisdom and knowledge that you have. So I would like to just pass that. I'll challenge you to one day, take some time out and write a book, bro. Become an author. And share your story at that level, because it needs to be shared. You know what I'm saying? Because men like you, it's not many out there.
Appreciate that.
Right.
Appreciate that. Thank y'all for having me. It was a pleasure. Let's do this again.
Yeah,
Salute,
absolutely.
Bro. Cheers.
So listen,
Enjoy your cigar whenever you do choose to smoke it. Whenever you
y'all.
Trust me, vodka.
Jesus.
This is nostalgia.
Even though you're not gonna
TV.
Smoke it,
maybe after the show.
But you look good. Just hold it. Just hold it. Just hold it.
Just celebration cigar.
Yeah, that's it, baby. That's it. That's for your B-Day, man. But look, man,
last
thank you.
interview of the year.
Yeah, nostalgia.
Thank you. Yes.
Let's go, man.
Nostalgia
Appreciate
TV.
you guys, and we'll see y'all next year.
Big Secrets.
Twan.
Yes.
Check us out. And we I think we out of here.
2022 is a wrap.
Yeah, 2022 is a wrap.
See ya in 23, man.
See y'all in 23.
Jordan year.
Jordan year.
That's right.